Hello, friends, and happy Friday! We have made it to the weekend and it is getting cold outside, friends. Got a little bit of some stuff to show you, and I need a drum roll, but I'm being extremely brave right now for the channel, and I am taking one for the team, and I'm trying the sweet potato pie tea. I have it steeping in my David's tea mug with my cute little fox. And we're going to shift the camera so you can see. There it is. Oh, it smells really good, which is shocking, to be honest. And also something I did not want to admit. I did not want to admit that this could possibly even be good because it just sounds like it should not be good. But it has black tea, which I love, pecans, cane sugar, cinnamon, butternut squash, which is kind of weird, sweet potato, marshmallows. That's good. Love marshmallow root. Corn syrup, modified cornstarch, gelatin, sodium, whatever that word is, artificial flavor, natural flavor, blue color number 1, ginger, nutmeg, allspice, natural flavoring. And it says again, it contains pecans. And it does, because you can actually see chunks of pecans floating around in here. I love David's tea mugs because it has this little lid to keep it warm when it's steeping. And you take out your diffuser. You can see all the little hunks of stuff in there from my tea. And it really, really smells really, really good. This becomes like a little bowl to sit that on over to the side. I don't really understand why it's called sweet potato pie. It doesn't taste like sweet potato pie like I eat. I can taste the marshmallow root, and I can taste the black tea and the cinnamon and the nutmeg and the allspice. And it has like a little hint of vanilla, which I'm sure that's kind of like part of the pecan, the woodsy taste. But it doesn't really taste like sweet potato. It doesn't taste as bad as I really thought it would be. I thought this was going to be gross. But it's actually pretty good. Like, I would drink this again. I would even possibly buy this. I would spend money on this. This is good. It smells delicious. But before we get started with our Advent adventures, I thought we would talk about this cold weather that we're having. Because, whoa, here in Alabama, it's not uncommon at all to have like 70-degree days on Christmas Day and to have tornadoes. That's actually a pretty common thing. However, they're saying that we're supposed to have a high of like 32 to 35 on Friday. That's like freezing. And I don't know who they are, but they say a lot of things. And they say that we may actually have a white Christmas, which prompted me, because I'm a geek, to actually research this, as in when's the last time we had a white Christmas. So central Alabama is pretty much Birmingham, Alabama, and it says there's actually a web page for this, which I'll be linking down below. Each year, as Christmas Day approaches, people across central Alabama begin dreaming of a white Christmas. However, historical records do not hold much hope for a truly classical white Christmas. That is, snow falling in measurable amounts on the ground on Christmas Day. Yeah, I know. Thanks. Thanks for rubbing salt in the wound. There have been a number of occasions where measurable snow actually fell across central Alabama on Christmas Day. However, no measurable snow was recorded at official observing sites. We actually live kind of up north from central Alabama, more eastern, I guess. But we are pretty close to the highest point in Alabama, which does give us a little bit of favor and hope. We get snow flurries on occasion, but we never really get stick because it's not cold enough. But on down it says, for Birmingham area, which is, again, central Alabama, for those who don't know, where nearly 100 years of record of weather exists, there has never been a white Christmas in the classic sense. It's so sad. So that's why when like everybody's like, "Oh, it's snowing, I hate it," and I'm like, "Please, just let me experience it." Perhaps the coldest resemblance to a white Christmas in Birmingham in the recent years was December 2010. So we actually lived close to Birmingham in 2010. And I have some photos I'll post right here as I'm talking. This is our older house. This was also back when we were younger. I mean, our oldest kid was like 3 or 4. And we actually decorated the house and put lights up on the top of the gables. We haven't done that in years because we don't live in a neighborhood anymore, so no one really sees them. But we did have snow on the ground. Now, it was not even snow, it was like slushy dirt, puffy things. And it was only like a half an inch to an inch, sometimes 2 inches in like some spots, but it was not really snow. So that's why they say we don't really have snow. We don't have like a foot of snow ever on Christmas Day. And then on down in Anniston, Oxford area, which is kind of where we are now, it says Christmas Day 2010 was a wet Christmas for many around Anniston area. Measurable snow was reported in numerous locations. Again, we didn't live here during that time, so I can't vouch for that. But going back up, it says in central Alabama, there's been 9 other trace snowfall events occurring in 61, 63, 66, 80, the year I was born, 85, 89, 90, 93, 95. And it either was recorded on December the 24th, 25th, but never over 2 inches. So these people, people who are saying all these whispers of snow coming, they have us snow dreamers in a little state of a frenzy because we're like, first of all, if it snows, and I'm sure you've seen the memes across social media, but the first thing an Alabamian does is go buy milk and bread. I don't know why. Granted, we have like half a loaf of bread, 2 hamburger buns, and probably half of a quart of soy milk. So we're not set up to win this. But that's okay. I have to go buy groceries next week. So maybe I should get milk and bread. I don't know. What do I do? Just kidding. We need bread, but I probably won't buy milk because we really don't drink milk. But I am extremely excited. And I really hope we get snow because I would like to take some photos and videos of the woods in snow because it is absolutely breathtaking. The last time we had a good snow was, I think, in January, and it's been several years, but I'll look it up and I'll post some pictures of that too because it's just too pretty and not to share. And we had a decent amount of snow. Granted, we had to pay the ultimate price for that snow. And you might think, like, what's the ultimate price for paying for snow? Well, friends, when you're in the middle of nowhere and your state is not set up to handle snow, and snow comes, disaster strikes, and your state does not know how to handle it. It's just not pretty. So there's no trucks that drive around and salt the road. Everything just shuts down, literally shuts down. 1 inch of snow is done. So when you have measurable amounts of snow, then there's nothing. And then when you have all these trees everywhere and these big snow piles fall up on the trees and it breaks the limbs fall, they break power lines. Your power line people, workers, can't get out and fix the lines. So you just don't have power. So I think it was that week that we had that snow. We did not have power for like 5 to 6 days, I think. And we have a wood burning fireplace. And we have a generator. And we had a smaller generator at that point. Needless to say, we have a bigger generator now for it, just in case that incident occurs again. But even if that happens, I'm still excited about the possibilities of snow coming to my house around Christmas. It doesn't even have to come on Christmas Day. I'll take like 2 or 3 days before or after. I don't care. I just want it to be around Christmas and have whiteness outside. That's all I want. So if that happens, expect to see lots of footage because it's going to happen. Seeing it, let's talk about the hat because the hat's pretty and I didn't even realize it, but my hat matches my little mug. So this is the woolly warm head sock head hat and it's a free pattern, and I use Desert Vista Dye Works, and this is in the colorway The Knit Girls. So the Knit Girls have a knitting podcast. They've been around for eons, and they actually had this colorway dyed for them. There was kits, and there was like these little bags, matching sock bags, and you got like stickers and other little tidbits of stuff. And I got one of those kits, and it had this yarn in it, and it's very, very pretty. But it's my sock kit hat, and it has a pretty decrease. Look at that. Oh, so pretty. And it's a slouchy hat. And I've had this thing on pretty much the entire day because it's been cold outside. And I went on a little adventure that I'm not going to talk about right now because I don't want to jinx it. But I went on an adventure. And yeah, it was kind of crazy. So just going to leave it there. Let's get into some outfits, shall we? Let's start off with the jelly and jams. Jelly and jam! And I hope this, me posting these in the morning is it okay? Because I don't really get time to edit these before I go to bed lately. Day 16, the gift of love. So today's gift of love is apricot and bergamot spread. And this stuff is really good. I've had this before. Also, I'm kind of shocked that no one has commented on yesterday's vlogmas about the snake that I saw. Like, I know, I figured I'd have like several comments about seeing that, and no one has said a thing, which is telling me that people are not watching the video to the end, which is kind of sad. Or that people are like, nope, I'm not even gonna comment on that. But it was a harmless snake. And if you haven't watched all that video, yes, I went walking in the woods and there was a big snake just kind of chilling in the sun, and I got some good pictures and video of it. But it was kind of odd because it was 52 degrees outside and snakes should just not be outside right now. But it was. David's tea. Ooh, I'm excited about this one. S'mores chai. I actually have a bag of this over there because I love it. Love, 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 love. So good. So for our coffee calendars, we're going to go with the Great Value first. And I almost made me a cup of coffee even at this late, but I went with the tea instead. But I was wanting coffee. I was such a good, strong person for saying no. 16. Y'all. It's candy cane. Candy cane ground coffee. Keurig. We've already established I don't like blends or basic coffees. So, Keurig's not winning this one today. Nope, nope. So, shocker, Keurig fails again. Like, if this is any indication of how this is going to go next year, I'm not even going to buy a Keurig. I'm just going to let it go. Just get like 2 Great Value and have double the fun. So, in our Jenny Beans Craftvent, which I am so behind on a lot of things, it's fine. It's like not yarn. This is what I get, and this is what I see. So let's read the little note first without touching anything else. It says 100% aromatic red cedar is the hardest from renewable forest. It grows quickly and is a reliable and sustainable resource. Place with wool items to deter moths and other pests. Team Beans. Okay, so that's interesting. So it's like in this little waxed thing. And I know there's a light glaring on it, but it's super dark, and I'm just trying to get whatever light I can. And it's double bagged, which I can appreciate because there are people with scent sensitivities. I'm actually one of them. Certain scents that can give me really bad headaches. And this is a little bag that says thank you. They do smell delightful. They are little shaped hearts. And it's made out of cedar. So I can stick these in with my yarn cabinets. But I have 4 yarn cabinets. So what I typically do is you can buy cedar blocks to put in your bookcases or cabinets, and it does help deter moths and other insects. But I also use fresh lavender in little organza bags, and I'll refreshen it, put new fresh lavender in it every 6 months when I take all my yarn down and touch it. And that just is one of the ways that I kind of keep bugs out of my stash. And I put 1 sachet, sometimes 2, on every single shelf. But since I make them on my own, it's pretty cheap because you can buy a big old pound thing of lavender from Amazon for super cheap. But yeah, those are cute. So far in my yarn calendar, the 16th is this bright yellow. It's not as bright as that, it's just that light's kind of fading it out some. There we go. I'll probably have to take photos of these tomorrow. I can do that before this post goes up and add them. This is going to look weird in this light. It's another really pretty orange skein of yarn with some red. I mean, that's not bad there, actually. It's very, very pretty. I love the little blurbs. Day 16 for Emma's yarn has this adorable sticker with this little girl angel on it. Super cute. And the Molly yarn is pretty. It's got purples. It's like, I can't tell what color the base is. It almost looks like a yellowish white. I'll have to get better light tomorrow. I do love this colors here. It's very, very pretty. I mean, I really love that. So now time for the Merry Little Stitchmas Advent Calendar. And I'm going to just be honest here. I thought about this last night. But honestly, this is probably one of my most exciting Advent calendars. I mean, I love the image yarn. It's really pretty. But I know I'm getting yarn because it's a yarn Advent. So seeing the colors is kind of exciting. But this is just a different kind of exciting. And I'm enjoying it. So the number is 4 because this is a 12-day calendar. And this is the 4th day of that 12 days. It feels like an ornament. Oh, there's more. Okay, so let's do this first. It is an ornament. It is a pretty heavy ornament. It's a Hobby Lobby 22. It's a shopping cart and it has yarn balls in it. I mean, oh, it even says Hobby Lobby on the front. That's pretty cute. That is pretty cute. I really like the little Fair Isle pattern on the cart. Good job, Hobby Lobby. Good job. And also in the bag is 2 washi tapes. And I've already mentioned that this advent has a total of 15 pieces of stationery, which is why I don't think a lot of people appreciate this box. But as someone who has planners, there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's like 7 planners within my arm's reach right now. I appreciate washi. Love washi. So this one has little trucks on it. It's kind of like all the little Christmas decorations that you see, the red pickup truck that have the tree in the back. It's that kind of truck, but they don't have a tree. They're just pink and navy blue and like a light blue. And in between every one of those trucks is a little ball of yarn, spacing them out. And then this one is a pink base and it has different kind of yarn. So there's yarn balls, there's cones, there's like little, like a cake. Some of them have a crochet hook sticking out of them. Some of them have knitting needles sticking out of them. I really like both of those. So yeah, super digging the Hobby Lobby advent calendar. So speaking of the Hobby Lobby advent calendar, I mentioned that I was going to weigh all my things of yarn. So the next color for Mary, because I started this and got her head done, I'm not loving the directions. I mean, they're pretty vague. They definitely don't tell you how to put this together. So if you've never made amagori before, there's a learning curve there. And there are some things you can do to help yourself hold the pieces together as you sew them. And this actually has you create the pieces separately and then seam them together. Your girl does not seam. So I am making mine as one piece. I started with the head and then I just joined the neck and the body, and I'm making the body, and then I'll close that up and then I'll go back and I'll either pick up some stitches. I may make the arms separately, I don't know, but I may just pick up some stitches and make them on her. But that's what I got thus far. But this blue for her body is supposed to be 42 grams, which is 1.48 ounces, and 55 yards. So I weighed this. So again, it's only supposed to have 42 grams, and I have 43 grams. So I have an extra gram of yarn. I brought my handy dandy little scale in here. This is one of the ones I use, and I have another one that's in the bedroom that I use. This is just a Conair digital scale. I think I got this at Walmart for under $10 to $15. And we're going to go ahead and weigh these other skeins and see. Okay, so here's the ivory, and it's supposed to be 30 grams. I got 31 grams. I got 31 grams again. I usually do it like 2 or 3 times just to make sure. 31 grams. So again, I have an extra gram on ivory. And that's not even weighing the label because I'm taking them off of the label. The colors that they send you for the Mary, Joseph, and Baby Jesus, there is actually extra yarn. So if you were to go on Hobby Lobby's website and read reviews and see that people are complaining that there's not enough yarn to complete the project, that is not entirely true. The pattern clearly states that there's only yarn in this kit to make Joseph, the angel, Mary, and baby Jesus. So you can buy yarn to make all the other things, which is the shepherd and the sheep, the 3 wise men, and the star, and the tree. Because they even give you this wooden creche, which is, again, super generous. And this uses Yarn B, soft and sleek. And however, if you're going to make the rest of these, I would highly encourage you to find the yarn that is the same type. It could be different colors. It doesn't have to be this exact colorways. But use that because that way it's going to have the same sheen and the same overall size and detail if you get the same gauge and tension on all of them. And that, my friends, is Vlogmas Day 16. Peace.